Okay, good afternoon, Ag Mechanics students. We're back here at Lincoln Land. This week we're talking about, and next week we're covering surveying. In your notes yesterday we talked about why we survey, measuring a piece of land, whether we're going to buy it or build on it, pay taxes on it. One type of surveying is called leveling. And leveling, in your notes it says, is when we're going to measure the difference in elevation. Leveling traditionally was done with one of these. This is an optical transit. So it's got a telescope on the top, a level bubble, it's got a tripod. When you put it all together, it becomes a transit. You get it adjusted so that it's level, you look through that end, you're looking at the eyepiece, and then you've got another member of a crew, so it takes at least two people, who's holding this. And this is called a target rod. So the target rod has, you see a lot of numbers and little black lines on it. Those red numbers represent feet. So for example, this is 5.00. This is an engineer's rod, so it's done in tenths. That's why it only goes from 4.9 here, and then it jumps to 5. You can get target rods in inches, but they're harder, and nobody likes fractions. So we're using an engineer's rod. So the red numbers are the feet. The black numbers you see are the tenths. So if I was looking through this transit and I had the crosshairs right on this line right there, I'd call it 5.80. Okay, so that's the tenths. And then these little black bars you see in between are the hundredths, because we got to go two places past the decimal. So this would be 0.81, 0.82, 0.83, 0.84. This one that's a little longer would be 0.85. The top of that line is 0.86. The bottom of the next one is 0.87. Top of it's 0.88, 0.89, and then we get to 0.90. So that's how you read a target rod. Like I said, doing this the old-fashioned way using survey crews, you'd have to have at least two people, if not three. Directly behind me here, you can see out here in the grass, these orange and white stakes. These are called range poles. And if we were doing a survey, these are set up kind of across this swale if we were doing a survey called profile leveling. So let's say that we had a piece of ground and we were going to build a grass waterway or a terrace, and we needed to shoot an accurate slope and mark it for the people running the bulldozers and the earth movers. These would be set out much farther, obviously. They'd be set on 50 feet distances, but for our purposes, we have them set here. But you can see today that if I was standing here holding the target rod, I'd have to have another crew member over there, okay? And I don't have another crew member today. So what the industry's gone to, let me show you over here, is something a little more advanced. This is a laser transit, okay, a David White labeled laser. Once you get it set up and level, and you can see in there, if the camera zooms in, you can see that's spinning. And so it's emitting a real low power laser. You could stare into it. I don't recommend it, but you could, it wouldn't hurt you. And then you've got this receiver unit here. And how this works is when it's, hear that noise, and when you hear that high pitch beep, that tells you you're right on grade. So this can be done with one person. So that's the advantage of using the laser. We can also get these set up that have a laser plus a GPS unit in it. So when I'm plotting those points, I don't have to stick flags in the ground. It'll automatically tell me. So we're going to come over here, and I'm going to show you how we can take a reading on this. So you set your target rod there. And the laser is right that direction, so we've got to have that. You're going to have to move over. There you go. And so then we're just going to bring this down. So that tells me I'm close. And when I hear that high-pitched, really annoying noise, now I know I'm there. And so what do? I tighten this down, and then I can read it. So I'm looking where this red arrow is pointing. So it's just below the 4. So if I was going to read this, I would call that a 3.99. And then we would keep shooting it. We'd shoot over here, and we'll get a new reading, and on across the swale. And then I would have my points, and I can flag it out so that we could use it for construction. So this is called profile leveling using the laser transit, okay? Hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. Wish you were here. Wish you were here with me, but it is what it is. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.